Man, it always feels good to beat Auburn, especially over there. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And tonight I'm going to talk about tonight's SEC West matchup as you had the LSU Tigers beating the Auburn Tigers 21 to 17, erasing a 17-0 deficit, yo. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you are Madden 22 player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. A Madden player, I should say. Description box also. Man, it didn't look good early, yo. LSU fell into a 17-0 hole. First drive, man. Brian Kelly actually deferred to the second half for a chance instead of taking the football. Um, but Auburn did go right down the field and scored, man. Ashford, hit a nice pass down the field. Then they stop us and then they hit another pass down the field. Then they kick a short field goal. And you look again, man, we down 17-0. And Auburn had the ball with a 17-0 lead. But BJ Ojolari, who has just been outstanding so far this season, comes up with a big strip sack. Jay Ward picks it up on the bounce, runs it into the end zone to cut it to 17-7. They move the ball, but they miss a field goal. And then John Emery, man, who shout out to John Emery, man. I'm happy for him. And I know that must feel good for him. You know, he had a big game tonight, yo. After missing all the last season and the first couple of games of this season. And then when he came back, still wasn't really quite in the rhythm, still looked a little rushed out there. But gets a big catch down the sideline for 39 yards, gets us inside the five where Jaden Daniels runs it in, and we down 17-14 at the half. Then we get could have put another drive together, and John Emery makes an incredible run where he's met in the hole right behind the line of scrimmage by a linebacker, shrugs him off, then breaks another tackle, and then scampers into the end zone for like 20 yards or something like that to give us the 21-17 lead, which now he did have a crucial fumble late in this game when he was trying to put it away and Auburn drove the ball, but then Brooks, man, just made an outstanding interception as he just flat out took the ball right out of a receiver's hand, to give us this interception, man. And and LSU hangs on to win, man, 21-17. Look, this was not a pretty win by any stretch of the imagination. We didn't look good in a lot of areas tonight. And Auburn isn't a great team. But nevertheless, like I said, to beat that team in that stadium, at that time in the evening, it always feels good, man. As for them, Auburn had some self-inflicted wounds. They went for a couple of questionable fourth downs late in the game, especially with the way the game was going, where it was such a low-scoring game, where you would think that most coaches in that situation would play field position, but they went for it, threw one up on a 4th and 10, gave us a short field, and we capitalized off of it. We'll see what's up with his future. Brian Harsin, that's a tough loss for him tonight, man. I know a lot of Auburn people gonna get on him after this one. But when it come to LSU, man, offensive line, especially the true freshman tackles, had their first experience of SEC football away from Baton Rouge on the road. And they got beat quite a bit for the most part. I felt like they got better and better as the game went on. Jaden Daniels did. It was an ugly looking slide when he did, and I thought at the time he might have nicked himself up and looked like he did. But Jaden Daniels once again, man, he gets better as the game goes on. Even when he starts off a little slow, he will start to pick it up, toward the end of the half and into the second half. Did struggle with his accuracy tonight. I felt like he had some receivers open, or he should have took more chances with receivers and didn't quite do it. Got banged up out there. Nussmeier came in, didn't really have to do much. Probably only attempted like a couple of passes as we really just ran the ball and tried to hold on to the lead at that point. I mentioned John Emery, big game with a big touchdown run. Also had a catch and run that set up another touchdown. Did have that fumble though. Got to hang on to the football better than that, but it was good to see him, get back into the swing of things in his offense. The receiving core was quiet, man. I don't think Butte caught a pass tonight, man. It's real unfortunate, man, as he's not having a good, what we assume final season with LSU, man, before you go to the draft. Part of that is just, is circumstances. Part of that is him. Part of that is the quarterback. It's not the most polished throwing quarterback at a high volume level to get him the ball, but Malik Neighbors caught a couple of passes, drew some pass interference calls that was crucial in this game. Brian Thomas, I think, caught like one or two passes. It was a real quiet game for the wide receivers, but we all know what they're capable of. The D line, man, like I said, Ojolari just with another huge play tonight. Another big time performance by him. The linebackers, Bakersfield, Harold Perkins, those guys continuously flying around, making plays in the secondary after they got torched early with a lot of blown coverages. They settled in as the game went on and played well. Like I said, Brooks made the defensive play of the night to seal the win for us. Big game next week. Early kickoff. Got the top 10 opponent, the Tennessee Volunteers, and they high-powered offense come to town. It's gonna be another very, very interesting and challenging matchup. But overall, man, LSU 2-0 in the SEC, man. Look, Arkansas lost two, A&M lost two. You already beat Mississippi State. Ole Miss is undefeated. Alabama is undefeated. But just got to keep winning and see where this thing takes us this year in Brian Kelly's first year. But overall, man, I'm happy. Glad to beat Auburn. Like I said, especially on the road, it's always a good feeling. But clearly, we got a lot to improve on, and hopefully our quarterback is healthy and ready to roll next week. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I might have LSU, NCAA, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers. Another win in this crazy LSU Auburn series, yo.